Hi Scorpios, welcome to your November 2018 monthly readings. So I already pulled the cards. I'm really restricted on time. Mercury and Sag, is a natural placement for me. It's in my chart, and it seems to be taking effect earlier because we're going to go into retrograde with those two signs. I had family that just popped out of town and stuff like that, so I'm extraordinarily busy. So for you guys, let's get into it. I don't know if I'm going to get them all done today. I'm panicking. Okay, so for you guys, you got the Two of Swords. You have the King of Wands. You have the Six of Wands. You have the Emperor. You have the Knight of Wands. And then you have the Nine of Cups. So for you guys, I just got stuff on the screen here. It's bugging me. For you guys, well, it seems like your career and your home life is really good. Like, that's what I'm getting with the Emperor. Like, so you may be a superior or in charge or have the opportunity to take a job like that. If that does come up, a promotion within the company, or if you're looking into getting a job, and you are looking at a higher position, it is saying that that's highly valuable for you guys. Like, it's worthwhile. You will get it. It is saying that as well. When it comes to to be honest, I feel like for some of you guys, you may have, like, not all of you, but for some of you, you may have split with somebody. Like, and if that's the case, you're going to be victorious. But it's also saying that if you're trying to, like, in your relationship, I'm getting that you will be victorious. So anything that's been going wrong, you will be able to fix. Okay. And there does seem to be some hidden things. So, like, it could be some emotions that aren't being expressed. Those are going to come out. I am getting that. With this, it is going to come out, Sag Mercury, okay? That's very blunt, very truthful, very honest. It is very optimistic. But it's like, I don't want to say no holds bar, because you can temper that, but it is like in Sag Mercury retrograde, things that are hidden that you haven't expressed or problems that have occurred in the relationship will come to light. And you have like a swords energy that's attached to this. So it's like mental clarity, okay? So there could be some mental disputes, okay? For those of you that have separated, it is saying that you'll move forward in that, because I do feel like some people have separated. You'll move forward in that, but I do feel like for those of you in your relationships that have been having problems occur, it would be to emotions and communication. So just be aware of that and really listen before you respond, okay? And if arguments do occur, breakups occur during a retrograde, you usually get back together, okay? Like, and you're just learning how to express yourself properly, and in order for you to do that, it might come out in the wrong manner, but you're gonna learn from that, and the next time you're gonna be able to express yourself appropriately, okay? For you gentlemen, I feel like there's a woman around you that she doesn't have, she's all up in her emotions, but I feel like I'm getting swords. So she could be an air sign, but she's very emotional. So if she is an air sign and she's emotional, she would need time to process that, to get mental clarity about it. And they tend to take a little bit longer to understand their emotions because it's not logical to them. So be patient with that, okay? And it is saying romance can fix that, okay? So, like, really listen is what I'm getting to things that she wants to do. Maybe she's spoken about taking a weekend trip or something like that, and you guys can do that, surprise her with that, okay? There's a hidden trip being planned, okay? Well, when for you single Scorpios, whether you're male or female, with the King of Wands here, it's like you're very hot to trot. Okay, so it's like you got a lot of opportunities with the Nine of Cups. I feel like you got to be careful though, because there's the negative aspect of the Nine of Cups is gluttony. Okay, so it's like overindulgence. It's going out and partying, and so it's kind of like if you have broken up with somebody, Scorpio, it's like you may be going out and having a good time, but you're repressing the emotions. That might be why I got the swords and then like emotions. Okay, so you're overindulging to compensate for emotions you haven't dealt with, and you want to deal with those emotions. So I always recommend watching a sad movie and crying it out, tricking your body into releasing the negative emotions. But if you are single, and I feel like with the King of Wands, he's like an entrepreneur too. He can be. He's very action oriented, a go getter. Okay, he doesn't sit by the wayside and wait for permission to do things. So I feel like you're gonna be very active this month in November, male or female. You got a lot going on, a lot of places to go, people to see, things to do. You're gonna be very busy. I feel like your finances are gonna be pretty good, but I do feel like if you're single, you're going to be very appealing and attractive to the opposite sex or even same sex. Okay. Um, you have the Two of Swords here, and this is like it says decisions on it. Okay. Um, and I feel like that's tied into the Nine of Cups, which is on the other end. But I do feel like you have decisions to make. You hear a lot of people, they say like, okay, you got the King of Wands here. This is like an action-oriented person. He takes if he's got an idea, he sees it through. Like he takes actions. So he's not very indecisive either. This is like, generally speaking, the Wands characters can learn the hard way by making the mistakes, but that's how they gain their wisdom. But like, uh, how can I put this? A lot of people will say use your to take emotion out of things to make decisions and use your mind. And then others will say use your heart, right? With my energies, I like to compromise. The Two of Swords is, for me, it's when you need to use both your heart and your mind. You got to align them. Okay, you don't make you don't make a decision based on one or the other. You got to compromise and balance both of them. So using both the heart and the mind to make a decisive decision, and a decision that's going to be in your best interest and give you victory. That's how you're going to gain your victory. And then with the Emperor card here, uh, for what's the word I'm looking for? To be successful in your life, you want to align the two. Don't base it on one or the other. Okay. You have Knight of Wands here. Okay, the Knight of Wands is a fire sign, but not necessarily. Okay, they could just have it somewhere aspected in their chart. Strong fire. It says intensity on it. Okay, so for some of you Scorpios, I feel like male or female, you could be attracted to a younger person. Um, they would be very passion oriented. With the happiness card here, it kind of comes off as a Sag energy. Because Sag are more optimistic. It could be a Leo, it could be an Aries. Okay. I feel like there's battles with this person, or you could be looking at a person and there's like competition for this person. Um, but I'm also getting that this person isn't paying attention to any of that. But I am getting like I feel the tower with that person. So like um but like electricity. So that's like how can I put that? This person could be coupled. and maybe you're not aware of that, and that's what I'm getting, like the shocking electricity. So something shocking could come forward with this person. So it could be that they're in a relationship and you're not aware of it, and you're going to find out, and it's going to be a disappointment, like it shocks you or something like that. If you are dating a fire sign, it seems like arguments will occur. But again, we went over that in the beginning. Like this could even be a friend for some of you guys, and that's where the something shocking could happen. So like, and by shocking, it's electricity I'm getting. So that means like it doesn't mean negative and it doesn't mean positive. Like I only get timbits. So I got to try to like piece that together. And sometimes I could be correct and sometimes I can be wrong, right? Because I'm not going to sit here and lie like and tell you I know how this works. I don't know how it works. I have no control over how I receive things. Okay, like so this person could be moving, getting a different job. It could be a friend of yours. Okay, um, they could bring some sort of I'm getting news to you. Okay, that's happiness for them, but it's shocking for you somehow, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So you have a friend that is gonna have good news, but it may shock you. So it could be like somebody says, "I'm suddenly moving at a long distance," something like that. Okay, or they take a trip without you knowing, or it's like some sort of not necessarily secret, but something comes to light. Okay, because it's not the sun energy I'm getting, like, or that's enlightenment. This is more like um, electricity is what I'm getting. But I do see a lot of egos flaring too, though. I feel like with work, that's the most positive area for you guys. Okay, I do feel like you need to watch mood swings, uh, because if there's the moon, I feel like is going to really affect you guys. And Mercury time could affect you guys too, because it is your neighbor, right? And Sagittarius and Scorpios are alike, but they're complete opposites, okay? Because they have similar abilities. One can see what's hidden, and the other one sees the truth. So you can't really hide things from Sagittarius, like you can't hide things from Scorpios. Their tactics are completely different, how they receive it or how they get it. But I do feel like your work is really good, like health-wise, you're doing really good. There's an opportunity I feel like at work. Like I really do feel like that. And like with the Emperor card, I am getting that you're going to get it. Okay? And as far as your relationship's concerned, you just need to bring back some passion in it. Okay? You have a King of Wands here. He's quite passionate. I mean, if you're having a problem with the King of Wands, it seems like it's because you're too emotional, or like if you're a male, the solution is definitely to be action oriented, to take charge, plan the dates, take them on adventures. Okay, um, bring like with the Knight of Wands, it's intensity, right? So it's like um, romance needs to be sparked again. Okay, I feel like if you're a man, you just need to take charge. Okay, and if you're a female, then you kind of need to suggest that to your spouse. Okay, I do feel like if you're a man, your significant other needs clarity in some manner. I feel like career is really good for you guys. Home's good for you guys. The only areas that I can see any issues occurring in is it's it is friendship oriented. There's like egos flaring in, like people competing like to be the best. I don't know at what. And if that's the case, that's going to be everybody's downfall. Okay? Like you have to be very balanced and not pay attention to other people. They're just going through things, and your job is to just support them, not get involved in it. I do feel like you need to watch your money because you could be spending quite a bit, and you want to be budget oriented. Um, I do feel like in partnerships, there's a little bit of problems, and that partnerships go in all come in all aspects. They come with friends, family members, spouses, coworkers. That's why I'm getting like this friends. Um, there's egos flaring, competition. It could even be for you if you're single. There's competition for you, uh, but I feel like there's some sort of blockage in partnerships. It's where like you could base things on how people look. It could be appearance wise, and what you need to be doing is basing it on how you feel, how they make you feel. All right? Because I feel like if you're in a partnership with somebody, emotions are a big deal. So it could be you holding back or them holding back. All right. And then that's just going to come out as like passive aggressive behavior. Okay. Because if you're not happy about something, then you need to um, bring that up to the forefront. Like you need to um, discuss that in a sensitive manner, not in an argument. You don't want it to occur in an argument. You want it to occur when you're in a calm state of mind. Okay, not when you're like all angry and then you speak up because it'll come out wrong. So it's best to do it on like your own terms over dinner while you're talking to the person at home. You know, whatever the problem is, you want to bring it up because it is going to cause a fight if you don't do it. I am seeing that. It could be with partnerships again coming in all forms. So there might be a fight with somebody here. I don't know who it is. I am concerned about the gluttony though, the overindulgence, like the partying. I do feel like you have a really good friend with the Knight of Wands that you're gonna go visit at a distance, or it could be family members or home. Okay, because you have Leo here. The King of Wands represents Leo, and Leo is very home oriented. They like, I got something here about like why I'm getting Leo is because the pack. You have a pack, and there's something about you reuniting with a pack, which is weird because I don't have the Six of Cups here, but I am seeing like um, reuniting. It's going to bring you happiness. So you could come in touch with friends that you haven't heard from in a while. You're like hanging out with them. That brings you happiness. Uh, the only thing with that is just be careful that they're not making you overindulge. Well, not making you, that's your choice, right? But like if they're going out and partying all the time, you want to like, you need a proper balance here. You are going to be victorious in work. I feel like you're working really hard. There are some decisions you have to make about it has to do with the self. This Two of Wands has to do with the self. Um, and the best advice I can give with that is ensure that both your heart and your mind are in line when you make those decisions, okay? And you are going to have to take action on it in order to be victorious uh, and get balanced. What you don't see coming is you have some sort of clarity coming, uh, like in the future. You have some sort of clarity that's going to come in the future, and I feel like it's after Mercury retrograde. There's a there's an energy here of somebody speaking some sort of truth or clarifying something for you. So they'll answer something. that you've been curious about, they'll clarify it for you somehow. I'm not sure how, but that's what I'm getting. Some of you could be going to see your father, or your father has some sort of importance. So maybe your issues that you have right now stem from your father. You guys hear me say this a lot. Like in a lot of cases where people think that they're oil and water, they're actually both oil. They're just two blobs of oil, like separated on water. So they're too similar. And if they're too similar, that means they're both stubborn and they don't realize it, right? So they're accusing the other person of being a specific way, but they're guilty of being that specific way as well. They just don't see it. So you might want to consider that in some manner with somebody that you're having difficulties with. You might want to consider that. You do have some sort of journey you're going on though. You are quite hot to trot right now. I mean, it seems like a fabulous month. I wouldn't make any decisions until after Mercury retrograde though, and watch your emotions, like your speech. You might come out wrong if you're not emotionally balanced. And again, what I'm getting that's highly important is do not make a decision based on just the heart or just the mind. Balance the two of them out in order to make that appropriate decision in whatever manner you're doing. Okay, like with a partner, balance it out. Okay, don't react when you're using just one. Okay, or the other. React when you got them both in line. That's like being stressed here in order for okay, it could be in like relationships, it could be in moving, making a decision to get a new job. Align your heart and your mind before you do it. Don't just use one or the other. That's highly important in order for you to be victorious and to reach this goal of the Nine of Cups. But with the Nine of Cups, I see that as celebration with friends, family members, those types of things. You know, like a reuniting. I am getting a reuniting. This could be a father and a child. Okay, coming home is what I'm getting. It's gonna make you happy. You have movement here though, so in some case you're gonna have to take action and you're gonna have to move forward in some manner or another in some area of your life. That is what I'm getting. I hope this helped you out, you guys. I know they're shorter, a little more blunt, I guess, but that is energies that are going on in my natal chart and astrologically right now. So I am quite blunt right now. I don't know if I should be doing the videos right now because I don't want to offend people. But your like home career looks really good. The only areas of concern are in partnerships. You got a lot happening there, okay? And for some of you, you got to deal with the self before you can deal with the partnerships. You wanna align what you see and what you hear in order to see clearly what the problem is in your friendships or in some sort of partnership with whomever. Okay, you do have happiness and abundance coming your way though, and you do have stability in the future. And there's a there's like a second chance with this person here, or you're going to give somebody a second chance. But I do see you taking action, moving, and you're going to be victorious. Just saying that. The only area of concerns were the ones I spoke about. I feel like it's going to be a successful month for you guys. Really listen though, okay? Sometimes you got to see the hidden meaning underneath what people are saying. So just because somebody says something doesn't make it true. There's an underlining issue, something that they're not expressing, which is causing them to speak in a certain manner or react in a certain manner. That could be with you or with somebody else. I am getting that. All right, you guys. Hopefully that helped you out. Namaste, and I will talk to you next month. Ciao for now.